So now we can think about what are the features that make shelf seas different from the open ocean. Why are they different? Okay, let's get started with that. So what is one feature? And it's actually shallower water depth. Okay, we're talking about 200 meters and less. Okay, because of that feature, you can now list special features that you get in the ocean that don't exist in the open ocean. For example, you get an enhancement of tidal motion. Tidal currents are much stronger in shelf seas than they are in the open ocean. You can actually ignore tides in the open ocean. They're irrelevant. Okay, they are weak and they don't do much. Okay? But you can no longer ignore them in shelf seas. Okay? You have enhanced bottom friction. So you actually have in shallower regions on the shelf, you have bottom Ekman layers. Okay? Bottom Ekman layers are involved in the coastal upwelling. Again, you have erosion of sediment you can have. You can have a strong bed shear stresses that stir up sediment from the seabed. Because of shallower water, you also have an enhancement of the seasonal cycle, temperature and salinity. Okay? That's to do with shallower water. If the water is shallower than the surface mix layer that you have. That's what I'm talking. Okay, you can also have wave breaking in the coastal zone, should be listed here. So in the coastal zone, this is the region less than 5 meter total water depth. This is where waves tend to pile up and break. And here you get strong interactions with the seabed and something we call littoral drift. It's a longshore drift system of sediment. Okay, and this is what we can attribute to the feature of shallow water depth. So now, what's the second feature that we have in shelf seas? Indeed, we have a coastline. Okay, the presence of the coast. And what it does is actually it promotes flow convergence and divergence and supports the creation of coastal upwelling and downwelling. It promotes extreme pressure gradients associated with a sloping sea surface, because the water can pile up against the coast and produce very strong geostrophic coastal jets. And that's what the coast is. That's why the coast is so significant. You also will learn that the coast supports the creation of coastal Kelvin waves. These are waves that actually propagate along the coastline. Okay, and then the third point we have is that's what I call terrestrial influence, and that's to do with the freshwater input through positive estuary, where you get a haline stratification, a salinity stratification. So it creates positive estuaries, and in remnant river systems, the excess of evaporation creates negative estuary. And that's what we call terrestrial influence. Here you have a much stronger influence of the water cycle on specific features of estuaries. So, all right.